What kind of impact do you see on increasing interest rates on both the lending and the deposit side? What kind of impact will that have on the bank's earnings?
I think PBOC announced another asymmetrical rate hike in order to bring the deposit rates into positive and curb the loan growth. I think this time it is neutral for banks' net interest margin because still the saving deposit rate remains unchanged at 0.81%. And I think it will not there will be not so much impact for the banking earnings. But compared to 2006, this time the rate hike is less positive for banks. And however, I think the interbank and the bond yield will be up, and it will benefit for the banks.
So, Steve in London here. Just a question for me regarding the ability to raise capital for investments from the Chinese banks. Is there any sign that the problems that have been affecting Western confidence as well is affecting the Chinese finance raising ability? I mean, they're still very happy to do business with each other as well. I'm assuming that the problems in the States haven't fed through into any form of similar contagion in the Chinese market.
I think the subprime crisis, the impact to the Chinese banks, I think is very limited, and the disclosures for these all banks are very limited because they are in the blackout period. I assess that some large banks may hold a large value of holdings in CDOs, MBS. CCB and the BOC may hold 2 billion and 1 billion for ICBC. I don't think the impact is very large because it is manageable and it only accounts for 0.5% of the total shareholders' equity. However, it does not mean there's no impact at all because the liquidity squeeze potentially and the slowing down of the economy due to that financial crisis and more risk aversion mind from the investors will gradually impact the Chinese export sectors. So on the other hand, it may have some impact in long run for the Chinese banks' earning.
Gong Liang, between all the big banks that are reporting their earnings, which one are you most optimistic on right now then?
I think ICBC because it has the largest financial platform and it has a very good standing in the domestic market and it will expand non-interest net income. I think ICBC is the best proxy of Chinese GDP growth. BOC is very strong at the offshore products and but it will have to bear some global volatilities because it has large exposure in foreign currency business. And it will still consolidate its business in mainland China in order to compete with other large peers. So I think ICBC will be a little bit better in the earning growth and ROE, and the BOC still needs some time to consolidate its business in all around areas.
Thank you very much indeed, sir, for joining us today. Gong Liang, the research analyst at CFC Seymour.